Meeting to order, or I guess Carol will. And I'm not going to lock the meeting. I think, Carol, we'll just leave it open.
Yeah,
So
we can leave it open.
yeah, we'll leave it open. And if people want to come and go, we have about 25 people here. How many did we have last time? Do you know, Carol? Do you remember?
Between 25 and 28, I heard. I don't know. Dewey took it over for me.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, 25, 20. Okay. Well, that's a good group. Anyway, let's get the meeting going. Carol, do you want to give an opening comment or remark?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a very nice and pleasant Thanksgiving. Mike and I had a very quiet one. I wish to say that mine was uneventful until I pulled out my turkey breast out of the oven. Well, I thought it was going to be uneventful, and it was in a very nice Pyrex dish, an old Pyrex dish, nonetheless, until the Pyrex dish burst into my hand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wasn't that wonderful? Yeah. So, as the hot glass was burning in my hand, and after I said a few choice words, yes, my turkey breast was fine. My hand was not. So, yes, Mike and I went to the doctor's office yesterday. Yeah, but after a couple of ice cubes and cold water on it, I'm fine. And my turkey breast was fine, and Mike and I are fine on our very quiet Thanksgiving dinner. Our daughter stayed home and she celebrated alone. She works for a doctor's office, which, as you know, in Mesa has been very, very busy here. So I hope you all had a very pleasant and quiet Thanksgiving. So I understand Silver Ridge. I don't know if they had their annual Thanksgiving dinner, but Silver Ridge has been very quiet. I spoke with Sue and I just told Dewey that the Mesa Pops has canceled their annual presentation for Christmas, which for a lot of us was very kind of upsetting. It was going to be their Christmas presentation. And that was kind of very disheartening. I think a lot of us were looking forward to at least getting together and having some Christmas music from the East Valley Pops to be played and brighten our holiday spirit. But that's not going to happen. So let's just look forward to hoping that, we all make it through this Christmas season and onto a better and brighter December. It's a little chilly here in Mesa right now. Like I said, 45 degrees, and we hope to get up to 70 degrees. So I understand Ron's got a very interesting program to present to us. So with that, Ron, I turn the program over to you.
Thanks, Carol. I'm just going to mute everybody. If you want to speak, then you can unmute yourself. But I just want to make sure everybody's muted. Mute all current. Right there we go. So that'll just make sure everything's toned down. Great. All right, good. Well, welcome everyone. This is our third meeting. We are taping this meeting, and you will be able to replay this later on today. I'll send it out in an email, and you'll be able to share it around and replay it as you can with the last two meetings. Hopefully everybody is getting the email. If you look on your email or newsletter that you're getting, you'll see there's a Facebook link. So we do publish this now to Facebook. So if you are having any trouble getting email, then you can just click the Facebook link and you should be able to read it on Facebook. So it's my honor and privilege today to introduce, guess who? Huey Poplock. I asked him to be a guest speaker on our show today. Huey and I usually are doing shows all week, so we're always talking with each other. So he's decided to, if I talk for a whole hour, you'd probably get tired of me for sure. So I wanted Huey to come on, and he's going to talk today for us as a guest speaker to our club. I don't think you've talked to our club before, have you, Huey?
No, but I do recognize some of the people from our Tech for Seniors program.
Right. All right. Well, I put Huey on first because I'm not sure he's got some other activities this afternoon to do. So Huey, why don't you just take it away and do your presentation, and then If you want to stay, fine. If you don't, that's okay too. I'll leave that up to you.
Okay, and I appreciate the invite, and I'm glad to be here. I do want to preface this. Some of you may have seen it, but what I'm going to cover. But I have left a few minutes. Ron said 15 minutes, and it's a little over 11 minutes. So we got a few minutes for some Q&A at the end, and and I'm using the online version of the Microsoft Office products, which some of it's free, but what I'm going to demonstrate, some of what I'm going to demonstrate is not free. But let's go ahead and let's see, I need this. And let me go ahead and start it.
Hi, I'm Huey Poplock. Last week on Tech for Seniors, I talked about dictating to a Google Doc and how to do it. Today I want to talk about using Microsoft Office Online, particularly using Word. And I'm going to go a step farther than dictating, but I am going to show you how you can dictate using the Microsoft Office Word. And then I'm going to show you something that's brand new in Word in the paid or premium version of Microsoft Office. So let's go to Microsoft Office, and I'm going to open up Word. I'm going to create a blank document. You'll see that this is all online. Even though I do have Word installed on my computer, this is using the online version. Now, if you have a free online version, you can do what I'm going to be showing you for this part. The next part will only be for the paid subscribers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up where the microphone is, and notice it says Dictate. Under Dictate, I have two choices, Dictate and Transcribed. For this first part, we're going to just talk about Dictate. I'm just going to show you how easy it is with Microsoft Word to do the same thing that I talked about last week. New paragraph. Locast is a U.S. nonprofit streaming television service that allows users to view live streams of over-the-air television stations, period. These signals are sourced from antennas in each market it serves. All you have to do is sign up online, provide your name and email address, and certify that you live in and are logging on from one of the select U.S. cities known as designated market area, period, new paragraph. And we stop the recording, or we stop the dictation. So this is what I showed you last week, but so it's capable of doing much the same thing, and it does a very good job of it. By the way, this is part of an article from one of my blogs from huey.net. But what I want to show you is we're going to open up a new document. We'll do a new blank document. And this time in Word, what we're going to do is instead of dictate, we're going to transcribe. And what transcribe means that we're able to either upload an audio or start dictating, which would basically be what we were just doing. But we're going to upload an audio file. What I did is I took 2 minutes of discussion from one of my Windows Special Interest Group meetings. Actually, it wasn't during the meeting. It was before the meeting where we just were talking back and forth. And I took a 2-minute section out of that. And I am going to upload that. And this is the clip I'm going to upload. It's 2 minutes long. It's 10 megabytes. It's actually 1 minute and 43 seconds. And we're going to say open it. And open it. Now I'm going to leave the recording going here and just be talking to show you real time how long a 2 minute, 1 minute and 43 seconds it takes to do the transcribing. And then I'm going to show you what you can do with that transcribing. What we're doing is we're taking an audio and visual file. It's an MP4. It actually has pictures to it, and I'll show it to you when we're done with this, just so you see what's going on. Probably should have did that before, but it's taking that and it's transcribing it. What it's doing the dictation that we did, doing from a recording directly into Word. And you'll see how it does it and some things that you can do with it in that transcription. So it's about 75, a little over 3/4 done. It'll be done here in just a few more seconds. Again, the reason I'm not cutting this, I wanted you to see in real time how long this takes, which isn't very long considering, you know, it's an hour, a minute and 43 seconds. If you've got a real long file, you're going to go out and get a cup of coffee and come back. So it's not quick, but there we go. And there you can see on the right is our transcription. It's still not in our document. You'll see at the bottom it says add all to document, or you can do a new transcription. Let me go ahead and play part of this for you so you can see what it's doing.
Now Ron is going to bail on me today, and he's going to see the propeller heads, the Geeks on Tour.
So I'm Canadian. Who asked about the Canadians?
That was Bob G. We've got, I think it was Bob G.
No.
No? Okay. Well, we have my co-host for the...
Okay, so you can see that it goes back and forth. In most cases, it recognizes it was a different speaker. It didn't pick up Bob G's. It didn't pick up what he said, but you see it says speaker 1, speaker 2. Now what I can do is I know speaker 1 is me. Well, I can go like this, say speaker 1, highlight it, and then change that to Huey. And you'll see down here, there's a box here first. I want to change all of speaker 1. Wherever it says speaker 1, that's me. So I want to go ahead and click on that, change all of them, and then click this. Bingo. So every one of those that said speaker 1 is Huey. Now I know that speaker 2 is Nancy. So I'm going to change that to Nancy and click on this and click OK or confirm. It's now changed any time that Nancy spoke, it put Nancy's name. Speaker 3 was Stan. So I'm going to change that to Stan. Again, change all speaker 3 to Stan. Go ahead, click the check mark, confirm, and now all of them are changed. Now, Stan said something here where he said, let's see what he says here. Let's see if I can pick it up from here. Or I haven't figured out exactly how to get it to
host for the Tech for Seniors is in Vancouver. And so
Okay.
we are well represented with Canadians on that show, and some of them come into this show, and some of them come into this show as
Let me back that up
into this show as well. My co-host for the Tech for Seniors is in Vancouver, and so
Okay.
we are well represented with Canadians on that show, and some of them come into this show as well, into this meeting.
Okay, so I'm Nancy. I'm from Sanford, Florida, but I've been here. I became a citizen in 1980, so I'm naturalized.
And Stan said, I didn't know that, and it picked it up as Walmart. So we can just go ahead and say, and we say, okay. So it changed the text. Now I can say add all to the document. And there's my transcription. I don't have to save it because it's Word Online. There is a way, but you'll notice at the beginning it also put the transcription in there, or the actual file, or told me where the file is. And let me just show you very quickly.
Now Ron is going to bail on me today, and he's going to see the propeller heads, the Geeks on Tour.
So I'm Canadian. Who asked about the Canadians?
That was Bob G.
So you see that that's what I took it from. you'll see that the article is here. The transcription is done. Did a nice job. I'm able to change it very quickly so you see what I said. And we have a transcription of everything that we have said from a recording from a Zoom meeting. So another piece of what you can do with your computer that you probably haven't been doing. And again, this is using the paid version of Word online. And I pay $99 for, I think it's 6 licenses that I can give to anyone who I want for each year. So it's $100 a year by 6. It's less than $20 a person per year. So, and you can buy a single license. I believe it's for like $69 or $79 for the year. So you can have this service for that amount. I have I'm working another presentation that will be using the free version of Microsoft Office Online. It will not have the capability to do the transcribing, but it will have the ability to do the dictation. Here are a few notes that I'd like to add to this presentation. Transcribe in Word is available today in Word for the web for all Microsoft 365 subscribers and is supported in the new Microsoft Edge or Chrome browsers. With Transcribe, you are completely unlimited into how much you can record and transcribe within Word for the web. Remember, we talked about, or I mentioned, that you had the choice of either recording or uploading. This is in the recording portion. Currently, there is a 5-hour limit per month for uploaded recordings, and each uploaded recording is limited to 200 megabytes. So you want to use the audio portion of a Zoom meeting and not the video and audio file. Transcribe and Office Mobile will be coming by the end of the year. Currently, transcribing audio into English is the only language supported, but they are working on support for more languages. The recording is linked at the top of the document, if you remember, and it is linked to a copy that it stores on your OneDrive. So that's it for transcribing with Microsoft Word. I'm Huey Poplock.
One of the ways that I'm using that is I'm on the board of directors of one of my local computer user groups. And so during the meeting, we are Zooming the board meetings now. So I turn on recording and then get the recording. And with Zoom, it automatically gives me an audio file only and the audio and video. In other words, the complete meeting or just the audio of it. So I take the audio part and I upload it using the transcribe feature of Word Online. I'm able then to transcribe the entire meeting notes from the board meeting, and then I send it, or I put it somewhere where the secretary can get to it so that she can go through her notes and compare them to what was recorded to get a more accurate version of what she needs to do the secretary's report. So I got a few minutes, I think, to take a question or two.
So Huey, I use it as well, and where I use it is if I'm watching a YouTube video that's highly technical and it's to do something really technical, I can download the video and then I throw it into Transcribe, and then I've got it as a printed version.
And if you don't want to use somebody else's video, you can grab the audio, record it, transcribe it, and then read it yourself.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah, you could do that too.
Do your own video and make it look like it's yours.
Well, what I do is I just dump it into Camtasia, split the audio out, and then transcribe the audio. So yeah, it works good for that. But that's another use for it. Carol, we can do all our minutes for the board meetings, eh? Yeah, we can do
What
that.
you have to do is train people not to talk over somebody else, though, because it doesn't it handled that very well.
Very well.
So you have to have a little decorum in your meetings. If
We
you
do.
have a very contentious board, sometimes it doesn't work as well. Are there any questions from any of the other people online?
I have a statement to make. If
Okay.
you use the Avast Secure browser, you can record that YouTube video when you have a choice. You can either download it as a video, or you can just download it as audio. So if you're really interested, that's one way to get it real quick. And that's the Avast Secure browser, and it's available for Windows, for Mac, and also for Chrome, iOS.
And the nice thing, and you need to remember that this is all online. This is the online version of Word. If you're, you do have to have a subscription to do the transcribe, but if you just want to do the dictation in Word, Word is completely free. Excel is completely free. When I say completely, you can use them. Not every feature is available in the free version, the online version, but you can use it from your Chromebook, you can use it from your phone, you can use it from your Mac or your PC or your Linux computer very easily online, and it saves everything in your OneDrive cloud storage, so you don't even have to save it on that computer. So you can work anywhere in Word or any of the other Microsoft Office products. And it is free.
Thank you, Huey. Thank you so much. And if you want to stay, you're most welcome. Or if you,
I may stay for a few minutes, but I do have some things I need to do.
Sure.
And one is to go see a doctor. So
I'll keep the doctor waiting now.
yeah, and I won't.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So we'll move on now. Dewey, did you want to introduce this next topic, or do you want to say anything about it?
Well, there's not much except I presented this several weeks ago on a Monday morning Tech for Seniors program, and some of you have seen it already, so I'm sorry to bore you. You can go do something else if you'd like, but anyway, I hope the rest of you enjoy it.
Okay, very good. All right, I'll share the screen, and we will get it going.
Good morning, everyone. Today is November 9th, and this is Dewey's Update. My topic for today is adding the print-friendly extension to your browser. Should mention that the reason I chose this topic is I discovered that people were having some problems getting this print-friendly extension. And so I thought
I'm just going to hold on. I'm just going to stop it for a second. I'm getting some feedback, and I wonder if someone, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we, I'm just going to, just hold on. Just going to stop the share. And I just want to mute everybody again, because I'm getting some feedback, and I think someone's mic's coming back in there. So we'll now do this again.
practice it myself. Turns out to be more complicated than I thought, so it became a great topic. I'll go on. I've been speaking on printfriendly.com at the last several TFS meetings. For those new today, printfriendly.com is a website that allows reading web pages without the typical ads and clutter. It's almost like magic. You can make this happen with one click by downloading the print-friendly extension into your browser. Here's how to do it in Chrome, and then I'll demonstrate how to get the extension in Firefox. Now, first of all, open the Chrome browser. Please, from this point on, follow my yellow arrows. You first type in printfriendly.com into the Google search box, and it brings you to the print-friendly and PDF application from printfriendly.com. I should mention that used to be just print friendly, and then they added the capability of this application to also make a PDF of a website. So they changed the name of the application, but the website remains the same. The arrow is pointing to the print friendly Chrome extension, and that's what we want, so we'll click on it. And by gosh, it brings us to the print friendly website. And you see the big black banner near the top, and right below it is a much less significant looking banner, and it has the names of browsers with Chrome highlighted. Since we want the Chrome browser, the extension for Chrome, we're going to click on it, and it says click to add the Chrome extension. Well, that's easy enough. Well, I guess we have to do it again. Add to Chrome, and we didn't get Chrome. We instead got a kind of a funny looking things, like you spilled some chocolate pudding on the floor, but it turns out to be a puzzle piece. And this puzzle piece, if you hover your mouse over it, the word extensions appears. And apparently this is now the universal symbol for extensions in browsers. So we click on this and see what happens. Well, we get a little box here, and a quick read of it shows that got several extensions already, but the print friendly and PDF extension is shown, but without the thumbtack blued in. So I'll click on it and see what happens. By gosh, it's blued in. And clicking on manage extensions, we go on, and notice we're back at the Chrome web page, or the Chrome browser homepage, I should say. And we have now this new icon. It's a little square box. It's light brown in color, and it has like a computer printer on it. And that is the extension for print friendly and PDF. We'll go on now to the Firefox browser. There we type in print friendly in the search box. But this time it brings us directly to the print friendly website with the arrow on extensions. We're going to, I put the arrow there. You click on the extensions, and you now get the kind of sub bar below the main black bar that has the names of browsers on it. Firefox is highlighted, and that's what we're looking for in order to install this print-friendly extension. So we'll click on it. And Microsoft stops us and asks a question. Allow print-friendly to install an add-on? Yeah, continued installation. Oh, they want to check if we really are sure. So once more, they ask us, add print-friendly and PDF? Yes, add it. Well, though they've added it, they want to make sure that we've got it. So we have to click on OK, got it. Now, if you look, there's the same print-friendly and PDF extension icon in Mozilla Firefox. I'm going to leave the PowerPoint program right now and just show you a couple applications of this, one in Chrome and one in Firefox. I have my Chrome browser down here, and if I click on it, here's a story called What's the Difference Between Chromecast and Google TV? Now, those of you who were with us 3 or 4 weeks ago, you heard Ron tell us all about the new Chromecast with a remote control, and it's now connected to a Google app called Google TV. That's an old name, but it's used completely differently now by Mother Google. Well, anyway, if I go up here to the upper right-hand corner, and I click on the print friendly and PDF extension, look what happens. Now we have the whole story on the Chromecast and Google TV, along with some accompanying pictures and demonstrations. It's a great article. Once you read it, you'll understand much better this rather confusing new combination. Well, I'm going to get out of that, and we'll come back to my homepage, and I'm going to click on Firefox now. And this story is a story called WiseCam version 3 review, a big leap forward. Interesting. Well, anyway, what is the WiseCam version 3? Probably not many of you know, but I do know, and that's the reason I was interested in the article. The WiseCam is a security camera made by Amazon. I bought one several years ago, and it cost me, I think, $37 or something. It was a great value at $37, a fine piece of equipment. Now they've got a new one coming out that's simpler, smaller, cheaper. It's not even available yet, but if you go to Amazon, you can pre-order it. It should be out within the next couple of weeks. and it's quite a camera, and you can read the whole story here. But as you can see, it's again has a lot of this other stuff along the side, and you have all that junk. So we come up here and we click on the print friendly and PDF extension, and voila, here we have the WiseCam version 3 review, a big leap forward, and quite a story on the WiseCam, and a lot of pictures with it. And I don't want to take time to explain it all. If you're interested, of course, you can get it very quickly. So anyway, this is what it looks like to simplify or have a simple and easy to read version of a web story. And so I'll bring this up here. Well, it didn't quite make it. We'll try once more. And I'm going to say toodaloo and goodbye. Thank you very much for watching.
Well, thank you, Judy. That was great. That was good. I've used Print Friendly every day. I use it all the time, and I'm so happy that Dewey talked to me about that many years ago. We always get when we show that video, people always say, "Yes, but in the new Microsoft Edge, there's a reader view, and it does the same thing." Well, the difference is in Reader View on Microsoft Edge, it takes everything out completely. With the nice thing about Print Friendly is it leaves the images in. So if you want to use the images, then you can do that, right? It doesn't strip them all out. You have the option of doing that. So that's the big advantage in Print Friendly.
Ron, how did Dewey stumble across Print Friendly?
I can tell you, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can tell you precisely. There's a fine-looking young man who's attending today by the name of Byron Nate. And about 6 years ago, Byron mentioned this to our club. I think it was in one of the newsletters, I think published by your husband, Mike. And something about this thing called Print Friendly. And actually, he got the tip from Kim Commando.
Commando, yeah, the article.
Pardon?
It was from Kim Commando newsletter.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Well, anyway, Byron made it be known, and then I republished it in that Mike published in the newsletter, and and eventually it came to Ron. So that's how it came. It's so handy. I think I use it at least twice a day. I use it now that I've got the extension. It's so much easier.
I do too as well. It's just great.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you. Let's move on to the next. Now, listen. For the next part, I'm going to play the tips on using YouTube. Now, I just played this on Monday, so unfortunately, if you have seen it on Monday, well, you get to see it again. But I don't think a lot of you have seen it, so I think you'll find it interesting, and it'll certainly be available. There's a lot of stuff in here, so you might want to play it back and look at it again. So it is a YouTube video. So let me just share, and then we'll have some time for questions and answers at the end. Let me just share my screen again, and we will get on with it. My tips and use of YouTube. Today, I want to talk a little bit about my use of YouTube, how important I think it is, and give you some tips. So let's get started. What is YouTube? Well, there are three words that come to mind. There's YouTube, which is, of course, the free service that we all use. There's YouTube Premium. What is YouTube Premium? YouTube is supported by ads, and so YouTube Premium is $10 a month, and that removes the ads out of the YouTube videos. So if you want ad-free videos, then it is a paid service. I have that service. I spend most of my life in YouTube, so I enjoy that. I enjoy that service. Now there's YouTube TV. YouTube TV is a subscription service. We're not going to talk about YouTube TV. I think it's an excellent service, but that is not the talk today. Today the talk is about YouTube. So let's get started. Where do you find YouTube? Well, YouTube, of course, is on your desktop. It's on your mobile phone, and it's on your tablet. But most important, YouTube should be on your television. It is an app on your television. If you have a Roku device, if you have a Chromecast or a Fire TV, the apps will be really easy to find and see. If you have a smart TV without those devices, then you'll have to look in your menu system to find the YouTube app, but it will be there. All smart TVs have YouTube as an app on them, so you can access YouTube from your television. Now, my day starts in the morning. I get up pretty early, around 5 o'clock, and I go out into the kitchen and I turn on the TV, and I like to watch the CBC Evening News, which was taped from the night before. This, of course, is on YouTube. You're going to say to me, well, why didn't you PVR it off the television and use it that way? Well, then there are a lot of ads on television, and so I'd have to fast forward through all the ads. So I use, I like to watch the CBC Evening News in the morning when I get up. Now, after the kitchen duties occur, then I like a little quiet time, usually between 6 and 8. I sit in my chair and I usually go over, check important email. I subscribe to over 330 different channels on YouTube, so I like to see what people have created. So I spend a lot of time looking over different YouTube videos that people have created. These could be technical or cooking or whatever I'm interested in. And then, of course, I look at the News Wire service for any technology issues that or articles that have come up. And that's how I spend my mornings. Then it's off to the office I go. That's where I'm sitting today. This is on the main floor of our home, and that's a picture of my office. I'm very busy in the morning. There's Zooming, phone calls, there's updating my calendar, presentations, there's planning the Tech for Seniors show, there's editing lots of websites, and also looking at many of the presentations that I've been developing. All of these features, all of these services that I'm involved with involve YouTube. So I'm on YouTube all morning. Then lunch comes, and I have lunch with Gail. Now they go back upstairs, and we have a nice lunch together. And usually we like to laugh. And I don't want to watch the news all day. That can be very depressing. But you know, on YouTube there are a lot of funny shows. There's All in the Family, Hogan's Heroes, The Jeffersons, The Dean Martin Show, The Carol Burnett Show. Lots of funny shows to make us laugh. So I have a good laugh at lunch. That's so important. Then it's back to the office around 1 o'clock, and I spend my time doing presentations. I edit my presentations, create new ones. I have about 25 active presentations that I'm constantly reevaluating and changing. And again, these are all on YouTube, so I spend my afternoon in YouTube as well. Usually about 2:30, I'm sort of computered out, so usually at that time I'm off for a walk or doing some gardening or some other stuff around the house. But I have to be back around 4 o'clock. If it's my turn to cook that night, then that's my cooking time as I start around 4 o'clock. Now, if you're interested in cooking, I can tell you that there are an unlimited number of recipes on YouTube. It's incredible. Anything you want to cook, you just say it, and there's somebody that's got lots of recipes on that. So it's a wealth of knowledge if you're into cooking. Cooking techniques are explained. Gordon Ramsay has a channel on there is talking. There's Jamie Oliver. Two of my favorite channels are The Hungry Hussy. He's an interesting guy who does cooking on a Blackstone grill. Very popular, big following, and I always like to watch his cooking show. And then there's Sam the Cooking Guy. He's an interesting fella. He's a Canadian that lives in San Diego and has a restaurant. And he's got over 1 million subscribers now, and he produces daily shows on cooking tips. And it's interesting to see how well he's done, particularly in the COVID times. And as I prepare dinner, I often turn on a show, but again, it's a YouTube show. This was the Michael Daniels show, and this was Chris Gould from Geeks on Tour talking, and she was talking about the Pixel phone and the upcoming charges that that Google Photos is going to have, and how the Pixel phone have free uploads with the Pixel phone, and that prompted the email that I sent out to everyone last week. So usually I'm preparing dinner. Again, I have a YouTube channel on, and I'm listening to some various show. But again, it's on YouTube. So how do we get started? How do you get started on YouTube? Well, you go to YouTube, right? And this is sort of what you would be, the first homepage. This is your homepage on YouTube. Now you'll see some videos here on the page, and these are videos that YouTube thinks you might like. Now, the more you go, the more they understand what you like. On the left-hand side, you'll see home. You'll see trending, subscriptions, originals, library history. We'll go through some of those a little bit later, but this is sort of your home page. So you're going to go and you're going to be looking at some videos, which you might find interesting. Now, once you find a video that you're interested in, what you're going to do is you're going to save it, so you can come back to it again and watch it again. So I'm going to show you how to bookmark it. I'm going to show you how to save it to a playlist or a folder, or I'm going to show you how to share it now. Okay, so let's look at how we might do this. So this is a video called 23 Ways Seniors Need Alexa. So we're going to come up, and if you look at the top here, you'll see there's a URL associated with that. This is a website. So each video has its own website. So we're going to come over and to the right side here, and we're just going to bookmark it. So there we go. We just clicked on the little star, and we're going to click done, and now we have it bookmarked. So let's look at our bookmark menu. We're going to come down. This is the bookmark that we just created. Now this is we're going to save this to a playlist or a folder. So we can, you'll wonder, what the heck is a playlist? Well, we'll call it a folder. But so we're going to come over here and we're going to hit save. And we're going to hit watch later. One of the things that I would encourage you to do, this is a default folder that you have. And I would encourage you, if you're looking at videos, you'll really want to save it to a watch later folder. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So here we are. We're going to make up a new folder called Seniors Info. And we're going to now come down, and we can make it public so everyone can see it. Anyone can see and search. Or we're going to make it unlisted, so you have to have the link to be able to see it. Or it's going to be private and only you can see it. So let's go ahead and create this. We'll hit the create button. And now we've created that. So let's go back to our save button here, and you'll see that it's now saved to under watch later, and it's also saved in the folder, or what we'll call that a playlist in the menu. One of the interesting things is as you move around through the menus in YouTube, and you'll see lots of interesting videos, I would encourage you to save it to the watch later button there, because YouTube constantly changes these videos, and if you come back and try to find a video that you might have been interested in looking at, it's gone and it's being replaced by another one, and you'll never find it again. So if I have an interesting video that I want, I'll always click and put it in the watch later playlist or folder. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, let's talk about home screen saving. All right, so we're back at our home screen, and let's come along, and these are the various videos that you have, and let's look at this one about Instapot here. So we can say, okay, let's have a look at this. This is by Six Sisters. They do a lot of work with Instapot. So you see the little 3-dot menu there. Click this, and now you can add it to the queue. So if you want to queue a bunch of videos up to watch, that's great. You can save it to the watch later. Remember, we talked about that. Or we can save it to a playlist. So we have 3 options that we can do right with the video when we're watching it. All right, let's talk about playlists. This is our home page again, and these are some of the, there's the library, the history. As we come down, these are what we call playlists. So let's go to seniors info, which we made. We're going to click on this, and I've added a few more videos here. So within our folder, or we can call it a playlist, there are a number of videos that I've added. So with that playlist or folder, there are a number of videos, and you can see this is I've now made this a public playlist so everyone can see all our videos that we want. So how are we going to send this or transfer this to someone else? Well, if you look at top there, you'll see that the playlist is just a URL, right? So we're going to come along and we're going to save this. And we'll just click Save Again. Remember, we saved the video before, but now we're saving the playlist. So now if we come down at the bottom, we will see this is the playlist that we saved. And I'm going to drag it up to the bookmark bar. And there we have the playlist. So if we come over and we open another window, then of course it goes away. But when we click on that playlist, it comes up again. And guess what's over here? If we come along the bookmark bar on the left-hand side here, we'll come over in a minute here, come on over to the left. What's TFS? It's Tech for Seniors. Yes, we have a playlist, and that has all the videos of Tech for Seniors on there, and that's a quick way that I look at all our videos. You'll find the playlist URL in all our newsletters. It's on our website. So all you have to do is put that in and save it as a bookmark, and you will have all the Tech for Seniors videos available for you. Now, suppose you wanted to send an email to someone with the seniors info that we just had. Well, we could send the playlist. We could send a specific video URL, or we could send a link. Let's see how to do this. All right, so let's we're at home now, and you're going to see this again. This is the playlist, right? And this is the URL, and this is the playlist with our 3 videos in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. Right click and copy, and we're going to put it into an email, and it's going to say send the playlist, and we just put the link there. That's the link to the playlist, and that will send the list for those 3 videos. Okay, but let's suppose we just wanted to send this one video, 23 ways seniors needed. Well, when we click on that video, this is the video playing. If we come down, we'll see this is the 23 ways seniors need Alexa. Let's go up to the URL again. This is the URL for that video. So let's just copy it. We'll take this and we'll copy it over. And we're going to copy it. And we're going to paste that, and we're going to send, this is the URL just for that specific video. And we can now paste that and send that. But we can also send a specific unique video link. If we come back to the movie, and let's look down here, and you see this little button called Share. If we click on Share, this gives us a unique Google identification that can be moved into any of those above. We'll hit the select and copy and paste.
Here's what I found on the web.
Shorter than that. It's a short and abbreviated version for you. All right, let me show you a little trick. Let's say we wanted to send 23 ways seniors need A. So if I come down and we click the insert button, and we're going to insert a link, and this pops up. Let's come over and take our URL from the video. We're going to copy this. We're then going to paste it into that link, and we're going to hit OK. And now you don't have to put that in there. It's a clickable link. You just click on that, and that's going to take you right to that video. Pretty cool, eh? That's neat. You'll see that being done on websites, and certainly I send that out in a lot of our newsletters. You just click the link. Now here we are back at the our video. I always think it's nice if you enjoy the video, you should click on the like button. That's important because that helps with the ranking and the search for YouTube videos. And also you can subscribe. So what does it mean when you subscribe? Well, it means that in your subscription menu that I showed you before, you will get any new videos that are produced by this individual will be in your subscriptions folder. So that's pretty cool. So you can keep, it's a way of keeping there. You'll see come down here and you'll see home, you'll see the trending, but this is the subscriptions. So if you click this, these are the subscriptions that you have subscribed to. And as I said, I've done over 330 subscriptions. So these are all the videos and people who produce content that I'm interested in. And you can also, Tech for Seniors has their own YouTube channel. You can certainly subscribe to that as well. Now, when you watch a video, I'd like you to look at this. This is episode 35 of Tech for Seniors. You should always look at the Show More button at the bottom. You'll see the information about the video, but when you click on that, you'll see that another box opens up and you can see the Show More. And this is all these are links, these are time chapter links to specific points in the video. And you can just click on that and it will take you right to the point in the video that you want. A lot of YouTube creators use these, and it makes it very easy. And all Tech for Seniors have this in the Show More section, and that will take you right to the specific part of the video that you want to see. I hope you've enjoyed this video on YouTube. The power of YouTube is incredible. In closing, I'd like to show you a short video on Project Atticus. Some of you have seen this before, but this is about Jordan and Desiree. 5 years ago, they bought an old fixer-up boat for $5,000 and now are traveling the world. I'm part of the sponsorship for them, and they are traveling the world in their sailboat. They produce high-quality YouTube videos and promote those as they travel. So once a week, we get videos about what's happening to their lives, and we can interact with their lives as they travel around the world. It's really interesting, and there are thousands more people doing this that you can be involved with as well. It's so interesting. Just another part of YouTube.
Hey, I'm Desiree. And I'm Jordan, and we're sailing around the world on a budget. We spent the last 3 years refitting Atticus, our 50-year-old sailboat. We're now cruising the Caribbean, and we plan to cross the Pacific this coming year. So far, we've been financing our refit and our travels by working in the marine industry.
We know we can sail around the world going from port to port looking for work, but if we're going to make great videos, we're going to need your help.
The quality of the content that we want to create takes an enormous amount of time, and it's simply not sustainable for us to work and make videos long term.
We want to make one thing very clear. We're not asking for money so that we can cruise. We're going to sail around the world and work like dogs no matter what. The question is whether we get to work for you. So we're starting the $500 challenge.
$500?
If
If you help us reach our goal of $500 per episode, we can work full-time to become your personal video creators as we sail around the world. Every single dollar counts, so even the smallest contribution will make a huge difference.
Now, if you can't contribute financially, but you love our mission, don't worry. There is plenty of stuff that you can do. Comment on a video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tell your friends about us, interact with us, write us a love note, tell your grandma, get a tattoo of our faces on your butt.
But most importantly, enjoy the adventure.
All right, that's good. Well, we've got some time now for questions. Any questions about any of the shows we saw today, or
Well, actually, I have two questions, Ron.
Yeah.
Number one, very enjoyable video. If I want to sit down at night and watch it on my large screen TV, how do I find it on non-premium YouTube?
Well, on non-premium YouTube, well, first of all, it's this of course was recorded on Tech for Senior as well. So if you played the last episode of Tech for Senior, you would see it. Okay,
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, it is I will be sending out the video link to this specific video. It is a YouTube video on our video channel, so you can watch that as well. And you can find that on Tech for Senior's website. The link is there for the video as well.
Good, and I appreciate if you would send out some information on
Yeah.
your link, on your YouTube channel. Another thing is the things you described to us that you were doing in YouTube was in the premium version. Can everything you described today, would it be the same in the unpaid free version?
Yes, the only thing the premium does is it takes the ads out. All right, that's what I mentioned. Is I pay $10 a month. I don't have ads, right? There's no ad. Can you imagine a television without ads? That would be creepy. So I pay the $10 a month, and that's the only difference between the two. Otherwise, YouTube Premium is exactly the same as YouTube. So, and that's that's all the things that are there are there with the basic YouTube.
Ron takes that right now there is a YouTube special on Premium where you save, I don't know, about 30% on or 40% on a 3-month trial, something like that. So anyway, well, thank you very much.
Ron takes out the ads so that somebody like me doesn't get that occasional check every once in the blue moon, which is the mad money.
Excellent program today, Ron. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you have to, we were talking about this earlier today. I don't know if everybody heard this, but the last quarter, YouTube grossed $24 billion in 3 months. And that's a lot of money. But it cost them $16 billion in operating costs in 3 months. So they only made $8 billion, which is a lot of money, that's for sure. But the thing about it is it's very costly to run this service. $16 billion for 3 months is a lot of money to allow people to put all these videos up. And this is totally supported by ads. And that's the only way that these services are going to be running is you got to pay for it somehow. You got to come up with $16 billion somehow. And that's why they're supported by ads. So so I don't feel bad about ads. I'm on YouTube so much, I just don't want to pay. I don't want to see the ads. So that's why because every time you click a video, you go back and it'd probably play an ad before you saw it. So that's what I pay for the $10 a month for YouTube Premium.
I just would like to make a comment about Project Atticus because we've been watching it for a while. If in your Google search engine you just type in Project Atticus, you come to their website, and their website, sorry about the bird going off here, it's 11 o'clock. When you go to the website, all their little segments are there that they produce. And one of the most recent ones you just got to see, because they went onto this island with some native people, and this kid comes over in a rowboat, and he takes them into the island, and they show how those people live and what they do. And it's just a must look at, period.
It's you know, and the reason I put that in there is because I'm sure everybody has dreams, and Project Atticus is just one of thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are doing what they're doing online. And if you are a race car driver, or you're a mountain climber, or you're a skier, there are people that are traveling and doing their dreams, and you can participate, or you can watch them as they travel around the world and do the things that they want to do, because they're spending a lot of time putting up high quality videos and putting them back on YouTube so you can follow them along. And you know, there's just not enough hours in the day for me to follow all the people I want to follow. It's really incredible that what is on YouTube that you can follow along. Just a follow up to Project Atticus, which you haven't seen that it came up with it. It's really sort of a tragic thing that's happened. Is they spent 5 years refitting this boat. They're all getting ready, and they're finally ready to cross the Pacific. And they discovered the bulkhead, the forward bulkhead, where one of the stays comes down, is completely rotten. And it's completely rotten and not stable. And that's where one of the stays, one of the lines that come down from the spar on the mast up top, because it's only a 25-foot sailboat, and it's so there's no structural integrity there. And so they're going through this is a really big deal, and they may not be able to go, and they may have to get another boat. So and you know, after fixing this old beater up, I mean, do you see how bad that looked? Like, they spent 5 years fixing this thing up and working on it themselves, and they're finally ready to go. But anyway, so we'll see what happens. But I wanted to show you it because it's a fun part of YouTube, and you can all be involved in different projects as well. Follow people along and see how their lives are going.
They're really high tech, and not only will you get the travelogue part, you're going to learn something about technology and how they're using it too.
Oh yeah, they've got drones. They've got, you know, when they come into anchorages, they have drones. They fly drone over top of their boat so that you can see the boat coming in. It's really, really quite amazing. And the technology out in the middle of the ocean to send videos is really, really incredible as well.
Hey, Ron, I've sailed quite a bit out of Hawaii, and a 25-foot sailboat just doesn't do well in 100-foot waves.
Good story. Lots of people are cruising in smaller boats.
Hi, Joanne.
Hi, Greg.
All right. Well, it's 10:02. I guess what we'll do is, remember now, this video will be available online, which I'll be sending out to everybody. And we meet again in 2 weeks' time. And I might have a different guest speaker next time too.
Hey, good job, everybody.
All right.
All right.
Anyway,
Bye-bye.
okay. Unless there's any further questions, Carol, should we end the meeting?
Yes. Meeting
Okay.
secure.
Well, stay safe, everyone. Enjoy it. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
Okay. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye now.